Hi everybody, happy Monday. I decided to do this video because I have purchased some ribbons and I wanted to show you both closer how I store my ribbon and a new way of storing some other ribbon that I purchased this weekend from Michaels at their big sale. So this is my current way of storing ribbon, and I'll show you in depth on how I did that. But what it is one of those clothes hangers that hangs from a door. This is a door that faces the front of my house, and it is in my craft room, obviously. And we don't use it very often, so the door doesn't open. It actually stays locked most of the time. And it has some binder rings on it, on this over the door hook that's really designed for clothes. It has several hooks you can see here, and it holds all of my narrow ribbon that comes in spools, like that Amy Tangerine packaged ribbon. There's like 24 in a pack. I take them off the spool and I use binder rings to hold them up. But I also have this little plastic insert that goes on them. So that's the ribbon storage itself for the narrow ribbon. And then I'm going to move you around and show you closely what I've done. So what I've done is, you can see all these little plastic tabs here. And what I did was, I have a Cricut and it has a cartridge that has a tag shape. It looks like this. Here's the shape, and sorry for the glare or anything, but I cut out these little tags from my Cricut, and this is a 12 by 12 sheet of plastic kind of transparency paper, not paper, but obviously plastic sheet, and it was 12 by 12. It cut quite a few out of it, depending on the size of your tag that you make it, and it actually cuts a little slit at the bottom, and I'll show it to you closely here. See if I can pull one up. It looks like that, and you can see the slit the ribbon is going through, or the slot that it makes. And what I did was use my hole puncher, or actually my Crop-A-Dile, to go through like a stack of 10 tags all at once and fit them onto this binder ring here. So if you look at this ring is all of the pink ribbon that I have. It's quite a lot, and I'm one of those scrapbookers that, what I realized was, if I don't see it, then I'm probably not going to use it, unless it's like in the forefront of my mind that I have it in my stash. And so whenever I want a ribbon of a certain color, I can go, like if I'm looking for pink, for instance, I can go to this and look for a pink ribbon and just cut it directly off of the, cut a length directly off of the tag for it. And then when I use it up, I just pull it off. If it gets too short for the tag, like if it's maybe a couple of inches left, I actually have a box of scrap ribbon that I just throw it into. And so that's what I've done for my narrow ribbon. And you'll see that this tag here, this is a ribbon that is much wider than the other stuff that's on it. And it actually happens to be adhesive on the back. It was I don't remember where I bought this from, but I made a bigger tag to hold this. And I have a slot punch from EK Success, and I'll show that to you as well. Let me pull it out of my little caddy. I have a slot punch that looks like this. See if I can get it in camera. And it is a heavy-duty punch, so it will go through chipboard too. But this is what I use to make the slot wider if I needed to, or if the ribbon was like an extra thick ribbon, where so they're making trim now that has those little pom-poms on it. I will make it a little bit wider if I need to, or just cut a hole, punch a hole in it if it's round. But since most ribbon is kind of flat, this solution worked nicely for me. It does take some time, but as I said before, I'm one of those people, if it's stored away in a box and I don't see it, then I'm likely not to use it. So that is how I have stored my, narrow ribbon, and it holds quite a lot. You can see this ring is full of ribbon, and this is just pink. The other thing that I decided to do was I took advantage of the sale at Michael's this weekend and bought a lot of the Luxe ribbon that was on sale for 75% off, and I decided to put it in this bird cage. So if I move back a little bit, you can see the bird cage. And this is a bird cage actually that I used at my wedding. I was trying to figure out a purpose for it. It actually held the envelopes with the cards in it. So rather than use it for something else, and it was sitting around in the craft room for probably like a year in a bin. I had to empty the bin because I had to make space for all my stuff. So I decided to repurpose it, and you can see the flowers are still on, and I just took the ribbon off that was on it earlier, and decided to leave the flowers because I thought like they look nice. But this is all the ribbon that I purchased this weekend, and you can see it's not really full because it's quite a big bird cage. But I thought it lended itself really well to being able to hold all the ribbon upright. So it wasn't stored away. I can see it. And all these trims or all these ribbon here are pretty thick. They're not your typical flat ribbon. Like this one has rosettes on it. And it's not just a red or pink color. It's kind of like a blend of the two colors. And it's quite thick, so and wide as well. It's probably like 2 inches wide. So you can see here's another one that I purchased. It's pink. And I didn't show this on my haul video that I did this weekend, but I'm showing it to you now. So thought I'd show you the ribbon and the way I'm storing it. So this is some printed ribbon that I got, also part of the Luxe. Everything in here is the Luxe ribbon, and all of it was 75% off. So I don't think I paid more than $3.50 for any of these rolls, and there's 5 yards of each, so I'll have plenty. This is some black trim again with the rosettes, just like that hot pink color that I showed below. And what I did was I bought multiples, so you can see in the bottom here there are spools underneath this one that's actually open that I can use. So when I finish this one, what I can do is just flip them around so that there's still the height here, or I can just leave it down in here and feed it through this hole right here in the cage. So here is another set. This one is really pretty. This is like a silk embroidered ribbon, and I thought this one was beautiful. I mean, this ribbon is normally $15, and it was 75% off. So I'm going to use this in projects that I do in the future. And here's some honeycomb and a bee ribbon. This was part of the Luxe as well. These right here, this is a white one, and this is a cream one, but these have flowers sewn to the ribbon, and it's kind of like a tulle, not tulle, but I don't know what you call this. You can see through it. And interspersed throughout the roll is white flowers on this one, and this one's like a cream color. It's the same style, so I just put them together. And then here's a blue one, or navy one. I think I purchased this one at another time or earlier, and this one was actually in the clearance bin. So I was like, oh, navy. I never have navy ribbon, really, not this wide, and it's got a rose print on it. This one is some black polka dot. It's hard to tell, but this is like a rosette that's sewn onto some tulle, and it's a whole roll of that. And then this is a similar one, except it's red with polka dots. So the camera's not picking it up as well as I'd like it to, but and then we're back around to the red one in the pink. So what it is just basically a big bird cage stacked with ribbon inside on the spools, so I don't actually have to take it off the spools. And if you look down in it, it's got 5 spools around on the inside, and there's nothing in the middle. The actual, because of the size of the bird cage, the spools will stay in place. They won't move around. And what I'm going to do is have my husband cut me some dowels that I'll put down into the holes here, because the hole is a standard size for all of these spools. And I'll just have him put like 5 dowels down in here so they stay put if I pull on them. And they should. And I have room to actually fit more if I need to. And also, again, fit through the ribbon here to help me to kind of keep it, you know, nice and neat. So I actually don't have to unwind any of this ribbon. I don't really want to, because it is quite nice and I don't want it to get messed up. So I thought I'd repurpose the bird cage and share that with you all. Kind of a neat way to store your ribbon for that. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye.